cooking up, kid. K cooking up, kid. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Hey, what is up, y'all, man? Y'all already know who. This your boy Key, man, and we back with a video, man. Now, look, yes, indeed, before we get right into the JxmyHighroller, bro. Before we get right into JxmyHighroller, hey, I missed that last JxmyHighroller. We got JxmyHighroller. What did it say? Did he really just pull this off? I already know who he talking about. He talking about that Curry guy. That Curry guy. I think if we was to give out MVP awards right now, Curry would have that joint. They 13-2. Curry averaging 30, pretty much. He going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So if he's talking about Curry, bro, I don't even know what much more you could really say about the guy. He's going crazy. But we finna get right to this video. Like the video up, man. That's all I ask. Let's get into it. Let's go. 10 to 15 likes on the video. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's go. There you go. Right there. Ah! This was a masterpiece. This picture right here is beautiful. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. That's tough. That's one of the toughest joints ever, boy.
Would you look at that? Another ridiculous shot by Steph Curry. This picture pretty much sums up his dominance in a single image. How do you stop this? Quite frankly, you can't. At 33 years old, Steph is on his way to having another MVP caliber season.
33. Mind you, 33. Curry, at this point, do you have a prime at this point? Is this his prime? What is Curry's prime? Because I don't know.
Just last week, he passed Ray Allen for all-time career three-point
tough.
Officially making him the greatest three-point shooter of all time.
With 7 to 8 more years left. With 8 to 7 more years left, bro.
The greatest shooter we've ever seen a half a decade ago. Now, what we did not
he could play the 40, to be real.
How big the gap between him and the next guy would be. Because whenever Steph decides to hang it up and retire from the game, his numbers will be so absurd, we'll wonder why we had the debate in the first place.
Bro, it's like, bro got aimbot. Bro got aimbot on Hall of Fame. He got aimbot on Platinum. He ain't missing nothing. And you know, 2K had the audacity to get this man a slow jump shot. Have they not watched him play in real life? That motherfucker, he be flicking the ball off his fingers.
And slow charger for.
All right, Anchor. Let me be sponsored, bro. And I sure will.
Throughout NBA history, there have been countless great players.
Countless.
Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard to ever lace up. Shaq was the most dominant. Bill Russell was the greatest winner. Stockton was the greatest assist man. MJ is, well, the greatest of all time. But I don't think any player holds a more...
I didn't see nothing wrong there. As far as guys that's not playing no more, I didn't see nothing wrong there.
...position than Stephen Curry does with his spot as the greatest shooter of all time. I mean, seriously.
This is how I put it. Just how dominant Shaq was, that's how dominant Steph Curry is just with a 3-ball. Just how Kevin Durant is 7'3", 7'10", and can dribble and is dominant like that. That's how you got to look at Steph Curry 3-ball, bro. His shooting ability is so... That's complete. That's total dominance, bro. Like, you can't do nothing about it. Look at this.
Even though the Nets had to concede over the last few years and admit that Steph really is the GOAT shooter. And with another historic season unfolding, his legend is only growing by the
I used to hate this light-skinned brother, too. I used to hate him. I swear I used to hate him.
To do the unthinkable, we just expect it.
I used to hate him.
Steph's numbers are arguably better than they were in his 2 MVP campaigns.
And we thought that was his prime. We thought that was a prime.
3 years old and still at the peak of his powers.
He's getting better.
He has the most career three-pointers in NBA history. Just how insane will his numbers be by the time he retires?
Exactly.
Well, if Steph Curry plays until he's 40, which is less than 7 seasons away, and he averages 4.5 threes a game over that time span while playing an average of 70 games per season, he will finish his career with 5,100 regular season three-pointers made. 5,100 three-pointers made in the regular season alone. Excluding active NBA players, that would put Stephen Curry right here on a graph of the greatest three-point shooters.
Oh my jeez. Bro. Come on, man. That's not even fair. Curry is the... Bro, I'm telling you, he's unfair. Bro. Curry's a robot, bro. He's a robot, bro. He's a robot, bro. I'm convinced. Curry was not created. He did not have a regular birth. He was molded in a lab, boy. It's no... Look at that. If he shoots just 4 threes a game, which is... He's gonna do. This isn't real. I mean, this isn't ideal. Curry might still get in the 4,500 range. That's still light years ahead of everybody.
Everyone else, you'd think it was a typo. But as we all know, Steph has been a game changer in the world of basketball. So as his three-point mastery has progressed over time, so has the league's as a whole. Assuming the career projections of a handful of active players, here's where the best current three-point shooters will end up by the time they retire. This list doesn't even include the league's best young sharpshooters.
Wait, dang, Harden gonna be above Clay, you think?
Young Donovan Mitchell, Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, Zach LaVine, and many others.
They're not catching Curry.
Gentlemen, is evolution. And Steph Curry put this evolution into overdrive. Last week, Steph
Curry might catch. I don't know, bro.
Three-pointers, regular season, and playoffs. And he did it in nearly 600 fewer games. Now sure, Steph is shooting more threes than Ray Allen ever did, but it's not just volume. Steph is as efficient as it gets. Now hold on to your seats for this next one, because Stephen Curry could miss his next 520 three-point attempts, and he would still have a better career three-point percentage than Ray Allen did. That means that at the rate Steph is pulling up from 3...
How is this fair? How is that fair? What the freak? That's not fair, bro. This dude has made it completely unfair for anybody behind him, in front of him, older than him, the younger. Hell, his kid probably ain't gonna be able to break the dog. You have to be literally molded. But he's created in a lab, bro. He's created in a lab. I don't care.
Rest of the season and still match the career three-point efficiency of Ray Allen. And watching this light-skinned 6'2".
Hey, Jimmy, why the light skin? I used to hate him. I did.
His magic has inspired others to follow down the same path. Buddy Hield recently passed Stephen Curry for the most three-pointers made through 400 career games. But Buddy probably won't hold that title for very long, since Donovan Mitchell is on pace to beating that mark sometime in the next couple seasons. And Donovan Mitchell also won't hold that title for very long, since both Duncan Robinson and Anthony Edwards are both outpacing Donovan Mitchell in three-pointers made. And the evolution of the game continues. And I'm sure there's some fifth grader right now that will eventually shatter that record in the future as well. The game that used to be played around the rim eventually moved above the rim and has now moved 25 feet away from the rim.
Thanks to Curry and Clay. They changed the game.
Now exclusively known as the knock-knee TNT guy who sits between Ernie and Chuck, used to be one of the league's premier long-range shooters.
Okay.
Throughout his entire career.
Now here we go. Now here's what Jimmy does very, very well, and I love it. Bro somehow twists this all the way around. Let's see what he do this time.
664 three-pointers. Duncan Robinson is on track to shattering that mark in just his 4th NBA season. Steve Kerr, the most accurate three-point shooter in the history of the NBA, made 726 three-pointers in his 15-year NBA career. Donovan Mitchell made exactly 726
God, dog. The game has evolved.
But Curry's inspiration goes far beyond just guards. If you've been a fan of the game for a while now, you know just how rare it once was to see a big man shooting the long ball. Just a decade ago, Drew Gooden attempted more three-pointers per game than any other center in the entire league.
Brook Lopez too?
Three-point attempt a game. This season,
oh yeah, that's an old team. I seen Sean Livingston on the Nets. God dang.
More than one three-point attempt a game.
What Brook Lopez? He not on there? I don't see him.
In Curry's first MVP season, only 14 players in the NBA averaged over 40% shooting from three.
Yeah.
And 11 out of those 14 players were guards. This season, there are 14.
I mean, because they realized how effective it was. If you realize how effective it was, Steph Curry and Clay, that when they went on those runs, bro, they shot majority threes, and they was beating the hell out of everybody. And that junk add up, so it's You get rolled over, you come on the train. That's it.
And centers averaging at least 40% from 3. These are big men shooting the ball as well as guards did just 7 seasons ago.
Wow.
There has never, ever been a single player who has had such a widespread impact on the game as Stephen Curry has had. I mean, it's really not even close. When Michael Jordan reached his peak, everyone wanted to be like Mike. But he didn't really change the way the game is played since no one could do the things that Mike could do.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson proved that you don't need to be 6'3" to run the point. But again, just being an unconventionally big point guard isn't something other players can just replicate.
No, hell no. You can't replicate that.
Shaq, Durant were all revolutionary in their own right, but they all possess traits that, for the most part, aren't things you can just work on and improve.
Exactly. I wish I could work to be 7 feet tall.
With athleticism and a soft touch, or you're not. You're either a sharpshooting 7-footer with a handle, or you're not. These players are what we like to call unicorns. They're
Indeed.
one-of-a-kind players throughout NBA history. Legendary sports writer Bill Simmons separates these unicorns into 2 different categories: traditional unicorns and true unicorns. On the traditional side, you'll find Wilt, Spud Webb, Shaq, Yao Ming, T-Mac, among others. And on the true unicorn side...
Why is Russ is not a unicorn? Russ ain't no unicorn.
You'll find Kareem, Pete Maravich, Magic Johnson, Manute Bol, Kevin Durant, Giannis, and a few other players. So, where does Stephen Curry fall on this unicorn spectrum? Well, he certainly doesn't have the size of a Yao Ming or a Manute Bol.
No.
He doesn't have the physical dominance of a Shaq, Wilt, or Kareem.
No.
He doesn't have some oddly exceptional skill set that doesn't fit his frame like Rodman or Barkley or Magic. If you ask me, Steph Curry is the unicorn of all unicorns. In relation to NBA standards, he is a perfectly normal and quite average player. 6 feet 2 inches.
Dang, Jimmy! That's beautiful! I ain't gonna lie.
With a great handle and an
That's
elevated
perfect!
in the game. But that shot, that one particular...
Because ain't nothing special about Curry. He not strong, he not the fastest. He got a nice handle, he can shoot the ball. Simple. Jimmy Fredette was just the same way. Regular behind player. Why? I was thinking that. Why did Fredette not be successful in the league, but Steph Curry is? What? Bro, what's the difference? Be real. There's no difference.
The entire game shifts off its axis as a result. Now that is truly a one-of-one. Eventually, someone will break Steph's three-point record, whatever that number ends up being by the time he retires.
What, 2050? We might not be. Hey, shoot.
And shatter every record that stands today. Young kids coming up right now will have a 25-footer in their bag before they even lace up for varsity.
That is true.
Now we'll be talking about Steph like old heads today talk about Bird or Wilt or Kareem. To future generations that will...
Nah, hell no. People doubt Steph. People doubt Kareem and them. People doubt all that stuff. They doubt Bird. No one's gonna doubt Curry. It's little kids right now trying to Curry, little big heads. Curry. It's no way them kids will ever forget about Curry. Curry has impacted generations on generations. You know what I'm saying? And he changed it, bro. It's the same thing.
Like abilities and innovation, his numbers will eventually be just that. Numbers on paper or a screen. But without any context, it's impossible to truly grasp just how spectacular this guy is. When Dr.
I'm happy I got to see it.
Off in 1980, basketball fans imploded. A move like this was inconceivable at the time. Today, this move is still incredible, but we see incredible things all the time now.
We ain't worried about that no more.
In 2003, when Kobe Bryant sank 12 three-pointers in one game, it took days for NBA fans to settle down. Now, it seems like every other week, some player is racking up double-digit threes in a single game. The goalpost for
Curry got 36 9+ three-point games, or 9.9 three-point games, like that.
He is the goalpost. In fact, when Kobe Bryant dropped 12 threes back in 2003, it was, at the time, an NBA record. Here's what a chart of the most three-pointers made in a single game by an individual player in NBA history looked like at the time of Kobe's legendary game. Many other all-time great shooters had incredible nights from downtown, but in that moment, the record belonged to the Black Mamba. And here's what that same chart looks like if we include games played since Stephen Curry's historic 2016 MVP season. a visual representation of Steph's impact on the game. Oh yeah, and here's all the games that belong to Steph. The unicorn of all unicorns.
Jimmy, my boy, Jimmy, you just keep doing it, bro. You just keep doing it. Fire, 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 fire video, man. What I want to say, the Steph effect. That's all I will say. The Steph Curry effect. That's all I will say. That's the title of this video. Steph Curry has changed the game. He's unreal. He's not a human. I'm sorry. It's your boy Key. I'm out. 10 and 15 likes. He's not human. Not human, bro. Oh.